sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Steven Sims now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson from the shotgun. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
A give running right is Akers. Bust through the tackle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Jackson on 1st down. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27th, Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Jackson, 34 yards. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Play action this time with Love. Airing one out for Boyd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love, they go play action now. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Philadelphia. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Sims to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Smith to return it. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love. This to the outside. It's Sermon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, going to the air with Love. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the air again, Love. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. On fourth down, Love. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Love to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw now, here's Love. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Akers. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Akers again, and he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Cam Akers with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys add on. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Love. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Play fake. Here's Love. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Love. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Eagles on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is caught. It's Kirk. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Love now to pass on first down. Airing one out for Boyd. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.